Hey everybody, so I'm getting Lena ready to do a trailer loading session. I'm filming in selfie mode, so this is my right hand, that's my left hand, I'm on her right side. Just so you know for this, in case you're seeing something and you're wondering. So what I'm looking at here actually in the grooming situation is, how does she feel? Like right here she's kind of moving around a little bit, and like every time I come to brush, like in this part, sometimes in her neck or up here by her head, she'll put her head up. This time she didn't, because a moment ago when I went to brush her there, I just asked her to gently bring her head down. And the reason for that is because all the little details matter. So one of the things she does when I'm trying to load her, if she starts changing her mind whether or not she's gonna go with me, she just starts putting her head up and getting herself really stuck that way. So if that's her habit, then I want to encourage her to have a nice, like, literally level-headed posture in all of the things that we do, even some of the, like, most simple things. So, yeah, I'm getting her ready. I'm going to be recording some of the things that I'm doing, but I'm not going to set the phone up on the tripod because I want to be able to talk through what I'm doing. So I'll probably just do some, like, handheld stuff for this part to tell you guys where we're at. So, thanks for watching and stay tuned for what happens next. So the first thing we're doing is standing on the balance mat here on the little ledge. And you will see that she doesn't want to stay on it for long. And that has to do with her trouble balancing and also the way this mat gives in a bunch of feedback. Okay, it's hard to get up here filming. I needed my supporting aid to get her up here. So, have you ever worked with like a Bosu ball? It's like a half medicine ball with like a flat bottom. And what you do is you do different exercises on it, like squats or one leg stuff or whatever. And what it does is it engages like all your postural muscles, which are right up against your bones and joints. And that is very strengthening to them. So you'll see whenever she's standing on here that she does like a slow rock, and then she starts to feel uncertain, so she comes off of it, and it's hard for her to maintain the balance on this. So this is kind of how I'm trying to simulate what it would be like to stand on the trailer, and also then eventually kind of like move her hips around on the trailer because she's not quite putting her hips into the like slant load position. So and I think that's because she really wants to stay stable by not moving. So you see her like rocking a little bit. So yeah, this is like the pre-trailer loading stuff. I will also do the hind legs here, which you can see them rocking. And this is also great practice for when she wants to just kind of barrel through, to use a little bit more halter pressure, whether she wants to back off or go forward, because Lena has pulled back before and broken halter. If she has broken halters, then you have to be really careful, like adding some pressure in the halter whenever she's starting to back off, because she could just throw her head up and just create even more of a wreck. So because I'm here and like I can like keep a little bit of pressure on her without like bearing into her, then she can learn how to give to it better. So yeah, and then we'll practice, we've practiced getting on this. Now we'll also practice getting off of this, and what I'm looking for her is to find her feet. It's okay if she drags the mat. You can see there, the first step, she actually took her foot to the middle, like behind the other foot, and that's because that's a strength thing, that's a balance thing. So that tells me, it always tells me a lot whenever they pick where they're gonna place their feet. So we are pretty well in this stage now where she pretty much just walks on. It's nice having some good hay in here that she likes, but you'll see once she gets on, she kind of like, she doesn't really move. So the next pieces are working on closing these slants a little bit, because I do think it will be safe to haul her with a slant if she would allow it, but I do know confined spaces is definitely one of her concerns. And we're at the stage now too where we have one door closed. I can open it if I need to, but like we have one door closed, so she's getting into a smaller space, and like this time she's up in the stud stall versus like last time she was in here like in the second slot. And there's no other horses on here now too, so you know, we're letting go of some of the crutches, but still staying very consistent with what we're doing and only letting go of so much at one time. So the next things I'll work on is she's not allowed to turn around. And, well, first of all, there's not really any space, but secondly, it's dangerous. And then we're going to work on trying to get her hips to step over and to get her front end to step in a little further. She is a long horse, so, you know, this slant might not quite work for her, and that's fine too, but I just have to have it set up to where, you know, she can't have just free range in here and end up banging around in it and doing dangerous things. We got to watch that. Okay, so this is filmed in selfie mode as the phone is in my trailer door window. So what I'm going to look for here is, can I touch her a little bit on the hip here? There, I got a front foot forward, but can I get this specific, there, I got a hind foot forward. I want this foot, there we go. That is actually really good tries for her. If you haven't seen the previous videos, go watch the previous videos because you'll know that was a lot of try. So now can I get her to maybe step over some, not backwards. I might have to just see if I can kind of manually have a little bit of pressure on the rope. See, she just wants to back up. When she feels the pressure, she has to learn sideways and not come out of here. Can you move over, honey? Can you move over, honey? And this is some of the next things that I can start simulating. Like, there we go, we got a little bit with like obstacles or something. I can start kind of getting her to shift her weight around on different stuff, and then she can, you know, this will work. She'll be more ready for this in the trailer. But I can see, yeah, that's actually, I think, the most slanted we've had her in the trailer yet. So I'm just going to let her stay here for a little while, and then, you know, load her up, repeat it a couple times, and then that's all for today. So this is the most closed I have gotten the slant. She's pooping because it's nerve-wracking. But I keep the flag here to block her head because she thinks about turning around, but it does give her a lot of comfort to look. So I don't necessarily want to just like not let her look at all, but you know, when this is closed here, she's not going to be able to look. So I got to be careful. And I'm standing on the end of the slant or like off to the right, because if I was standing on this side of it and she started coming out, I could get literally smashed in between. So all I want her to do here is just stand with this for a little while, and she already has for a little while here. So I'm going to open it up now, but I'm still not going to take her off. See, now she has a ton of space. I'm not going to take her off until she goes back to eating the hay and relaxing, because right here you can see her mane kind of vibrating. She's scared just overall. I'd love her to just eat the hay. Go on. I know, it's the worst. So scary on here. Okay, we took a deep breath. Look and chew came back. Back to the middle. That's where you go. Right here's where you go. I know. She's over further than she's ever been to. And we're in the very first slot, so we're pretty far in here. I know, but that was so scary because I almost closed you in here, so. Okay, so now she's back to eating only after I put her head to the net. So this is going to be our time to back off. All right, back. Back. Step. Step. Girl, I gotta watch her head here so I don't add downwards pressure on the halter. Go on. Step. Step. Oh, okay, that's a new way. And you know, that's enough for her today. We've been out here probably about 45 minutes, so good job, Lena.